Real quick, part of what I was going to say once Brian relinquishes to me was since we would have otherwise had four players, it would have worked out nicely that everyone represents a specific house. Is there any? Obviously, Ian is Slytherin.
Whoa,
But-
whoa.
Come on,
Dibs.
obviously Ian is Slytherin, and that's
I
not
will
a
let
badge
you.
of honor.
I think it's more fun if you decide.
Well,
If you take what you know of our personality and you're like, you're this, you're that, you're that. You've already done it for Ian. You've
I
already
have,
done it
but
for
let's,
one.
Let's be
So-
honest. The elephant in the room is nobody wants to be Hufflepuff.
I'll disagree with that.
Pretty much nobody wants to be Hufflepuff. So,
If we get to call dibs, Ravenclaw?
all right, somebody call dibs. I put it out there. So there's two left. Who wants what? Who doesn't want to be Hufflepuff?
I will be
Honestly,
Hufflepuff.
doesn't
I
matter.
cook. I deal with animals. That's my thing. That's Hufflepuff.
The only one I know
That's-
is Gryffindor.
What?
Or at least, that's maybe not true. But the
He's
only
going
one
to struggle with this Trivial Pursuit
Yeah.
thing.
I already know I'm going to come in last. You
Yeah.
guys know that. I know that.
That
It's,
is, that is not boding well. It's not.
I'm
not
here
a good,
to fill the teams.
Not a good foundation.
That's fair.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Bry Guy and his Super Friends. I'm your host, Brian Libby. Joining me for this episode is our Magic Minute Man, Josh Zorich. Josh?
Oh. I wondered when I'd be seeing you again, Super Friends. You know, it seems like only yesterday that you were recording your first episode. Try this. This may help with tonight's festivities. Thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome to the show.
Brian, I'm glad to have you here representing Gryffindor. Oh, I see Michael Bradley from Hufflepuff is here as well. And Andy, how is Ravenclaw?
Very good.
Unfortunately, we're not joined tonight by the obvious Slytherin, Ian. But we're going to
Obvious.
have fun nonetheless. Brian, tell everyone what we're in store for tonight.
We're here to stream another live episode. This is our test our knowledge with some more trivia. We did this for May the 4th. We did Star Wars trivia. We asked the questions from Star Wars Trivial Pursuit at the time. Mike ended up squeaking the win out on that one, I think by 1 point from Andy. But for the most part, I think it went pretty well when we did that. So we decided we're going to try that again. We're going to try our luck with something else. So we're switching it up. We're going to try our luck with some Harry Potter questions. I obviously will not be the one asking the questions this time. Josh and I are kind of swapping roles for that one. So he'll be asking and I'll be the one struggling to find the answers for this one. Josh, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we talked before. The questions are coming from Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit, the board game, correct?
It is. And if I had been planning better, I would have had the box within arm's reach instead of at the other end of the table over there where I can't get to. But yes, it's the.
It's not like they're paying us for
It's,
it.
yeah, right. They when they start kicking over some sponsorship server dollars, then we'll really give them a plug. But yeah, it's like the full size regular edition full game.
And this focuses on the movies, right? Less about the books, mostly movie-related questions.
From what I can tell, yes. So just in the small event where there's a minor conflict, if a question arises that is handled differently among the two, if both answers given are correct, I will accept both, of course. But I think it's few and far between, if any.
Okay. So if you were here for the Star Wars night, the format is largely the same. Josh will ask the questions. He will ask the question twice. We'll give ourselves, I think, 20 seconds was the timer that we had the last time, so we're going to try to go with that. We don't have a way to display the timer, so Josh is just going to be the timekeeper for this one. We will do our best to try to keep score. I'm going to try to handle the scoring as we go, and we'll see who wins after, I don't know, we'll see how we go, hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that. We don't have a set number of questions. It's just kind of whatever we get through in that amount of time. Anyone currently watching us live, feel free to send your answer in the chat. Josh will let you know whether the collective chat, you guys are going to be a group playing against us. He'll let you know if you guys get the answer right. We'll add a point to the scoreboard for the chat. And as always with, the episodes we stream live, especially something like this that I think works better with visual aids, I'm hoping this is fun enough to listen to if you're just listening to it, whether it's in the podcast format after, or if you just have us on in the background right now and just listening to us try to see how well we do with the trivia. But either way, hopefully you can play along, have some fun. I've noticed I didn't test it as much as I like to. So when just before this, I noticed that when I display my answers, they're going to be backwards. So I will be the only one that looks like he doesn't know how he's writing answers down on the board. But these guys will be able to see my answer correctly. It's just chat. You guys will see me as backwards and dyslexic. So we'll see how it goes.
Blame chat. Learn to read backward. Learn to read backwards.
Yeah.
Get good, chat. That's all I'm saying.
We're here to develop your skills. That's all.
Just imagine we're on the other side of the mirror of Erised.
Yeah. All right, so I think that's all I have left. Josh is going to take it from here. Josh, I'll take it to you. Toss it to you. You can take us from here.
Yes, let's talk about gameplay first. There are, as in all Trivial Pursuit incarnations, we have 6 categories tonight. They are Slytherin House, Death Eaters, and the Dark Arts. We have Objects and Artifacts. Category 3 is Animals, Magical Creatures, and Magical Beings. Moving on to Witches, Wizards, Ghosts, and Muggles. So effectively, like anything that ever is or was human, kind of. Hogwarts, Other Locations, and Transportation. And then lastly, Spells, Potions, and Other Magic. So I think they tried to do their best to couple these into kind of catch-all groups. Obviously, some of them are a little more broad than others, but I think it works well. What we're gonna do?
So bad at this.
I
can
can't
already
wait
tell.
to see. So what we're gonna do?
Sad there's not just a Quidditch category.
Correct. That's
Sports.
Exactly.
It's-
Yeah, it's gonna be in there somewhere. So what we're gonna do, instead of hopping different category every single question, everybody, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through 4 questions one at a time of the first category. So we're going to start with Slytherin House, Death Eaters, and the Dark Arts. We're going to do 4 questions, one at a time. After we get through those 4, move on to a different category, do those 4, so on and so forth. And that's how we're going to run things. Once we get through all of them, if there's still a desire, if the Triwizard Cup has not been claimed at that point and the snitch has not been caught, we will keep going. And we'll just kind of repeat that pattern. So, any last-minute questions, contestants?
Yes, I have a question.
You may ask.
Will your alarm buzzer be the Expelliarmus? Because, pens down.
Had I thought ahead more again? So we're logging notes. We're logging notes for the second annual Harry Potter trivia tournament next year.
They're all work in progress at this point. Like it's
it's all trial by fire, learn as you go, learn by doing. So yeah, I actually, just for simplicity's sake, I will have the timer be silent so it's not constantly chiming on things, but I'll just let you know kind of when we're down to like 5 seconds. And that's about it. Any last minute questions from chat? Looks like we're in a good spot. I think we're ready to go. Yes.
Yeah, I'm ready to lose.
All right.
Yeah, he needs that wand.
Let the
You
match
need to give that to Brian.
begin. Question number 1 in the Slytherin House, Death Eaters, and Dark Arts category. Which Death Eater trial does Harry see when he first looks into Dumbledore's pensive? Repeat. Which Death Eater's trial does Harry see when he first looks into Dumbledore's pensive? 20 seconds begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quill's down. All right, display your answers, please.
I'm gonna keep bumping my mic.
Yeah, I just whacked the shit out of mine.
Only thing I can think of was David Tennant. That's the only thing that popped into my head.
All right, so we have answers of the guy who. Wait, it keeps popping away. The guy who ended up morphing into Mooney, David Tennant, who plays the guy who ends up morphing into Mooney, and Hufflepuff for life, bitch, says the answer is Karkaroff. And Karkaroff is for the win. That is correct.
All right, Andy,
Igor-
at least we're on the same page. I feel better that someone else went the same place I did.
It is Igor Karkaroff, and it depends. Do you guys want me to like share little like factoid nuggets as we go, if it relates to this, or just kind of keep rolling?
I mean, that's your call.
You're the host.
So I
Yeah.
think
You're asking
I think
guests.
the reason that you're thinking that, gentlemen, is because at the end of seeing that memory, Karkaroff names and basically turns in Barty Crouch Jr. as a Death Eater,
Yeah, I remember him being in the
but it's
crowd.
not his trial.
But that was the only thing I could think of from that scene.
Yes.
Yep.
The only thing I would say about your factoids is you may reveal answers to other questions later.
That's what I wondered.
Just a thought I had.
But since
No, that's true.
yeah,
That's true.
there's like 600 questions in the game, so if we so happen to cross another one, we'll just
You just
substitute
won't
if
read
need
it.
be. And we
Yeah.
do have a correct answer from chat on that one. So chat gets a point and Mike gets a point.
All
All right.
right, updated.
Got that right.
Are we ready to move along? Question 2, still in the Slytherin House Death Eaters and Dark Arts category. Question 2. Which Horcrux does Harry acquire that alerts Lord Voldemort as to what Harry is doing? Say it again. Which Horcrux does Harry acquire that alerts Lord Voldemort to what Harry is doing? I think another way of saying that is, which Horcrux does Harry obtain, which at the time finally leads Voldemort to understanding? What is the Horcrux that he acquires that leads to Voldemort's understanding?
So it's not that he destroys, right? It's one that he gets.
I feel like that's a poorly worded question.
I would probably get used to that. We played this again the other night when I took it out to review the questions and like look through it and get a sense of things. And 2, 1. Okay.
Nope.
Answers, please. Which Horcrux? We have a diadem, the locket, and the diary. No, gentlemen, I am sorry.
The damn cup.
The correct answer is Helga Hufflepuff's cup, which he
Wow.
breaks
Nope.
into Gringotts to steal from the vault of the Lestranges, Bellatrix's vault. Moving right along, I'm trying to keep up with the possible delay with chat. I don't see any responses to that one, so I'm just going to keep moving forward. Okay, question 3, same category. During his search for Voldemort's Horcruxes, which Hogwarts founder does Harry see in a vision after he escapes from Gringotts? During his search for Voldemort's Horcruxes, which Hogwarts founder does Harry see in a vision after he escapes from Gringotts? Slight hint, there's only 4 to pick from.
Yeah, that narrows it down for me.
5, 4, 3,
Whoa, whoa,
Dude.
whoa, 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 whoa.
1. Quill's down.
I mean, all right, I got most of it, but I didn't finish writing the name.
I don't need like the address, just give me the name.
That one guy.
We have that one guy.
I'm going with
We
that
have
one
a
guy.
Rowena Ravenclaw, and we have a Godric Griff.
Yeah, I didn't finish Gryffindor before.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't have made a difference because
Yeah.
Andy nailed it, and it was Rowena Ravenclaw, which
Yeah.
leads him to look for the diadem once they reach Hogwarts.
I'm gonna say woo woo.
So it's 1 for Andy. Sorry, chat, it was not Hufflepuff, but good guess.
The huffliest of puffs.
All right, last question in
Fuck that, I'm a puckwudgie.
in our first category round. How old was Tom Riddle when he first opened the Chamber of Secrets? How old was Tom Riddle when he first opened the Chamber of Secrets? 20 seconds.
That's a very specific question.
I mean,
I
they're
know
pretty much all
about.
going to be specific. That's kind of 5, 4, 3, and
do I
done.
change it? Do I change it? Do I change it? No, I'm going with it.
Answers, please. Have 13, 14, and 19. 19 would have meant that he was out of school by that point. So, unless he got held back, which has never really been discussed in the books. But no, that is not correct. I'm sorry. It was right in between everybody. It was 16 years old during his 6th year, I believe it was.
I was gonna change to 15, but
Well, the
Still
actor
would've
they
been
got
wrong.
to play him looked like he was 19.
probably was 24 actually. So that's the way they work. Wasn't Macaulay like 16 when he played a 10-year-old?
We have an answer in chat. Old enough to drive, which I guess by American standards is technically correct. We have a
Learner's
12
permit, yeah.
or a 17. Now I think I'm gonna give the point to chat for the old enough to drive.
Yeah, that tracks. We're in that where we're at. That counts.
That worked.
Chad is currently winning.
That is
then,
the correct
with 2
answer.
points.
All right, we are
to-
through.
But, I mean, that's pretty vague though. That could be 25. You're old enough to drive if you're 25.
All right, good work, chat. You got the right answer. All right,
Josh, I
moving
think
on. We are out
just
of
for the-
category 1. Now we're moving
for
on.
the-
We are in
for the audio
objects
listeners,
and
Josh.
artifacts.
Josh, I
Question
think for the
1
audio,
in
Can you hear
second
me?
category, objects and
is
artifacts.
he ignoring me?
What does Ron use to find his way back to Harry and Hermione after he abandons them during their hunt for the Horcruxes? What does Ron use to find his way back to Harry and Hermione after he abandons them during their hunt for the Horcruxes? 20 seconds.
As always, spelling's not that important, right?
No, not at all. I may be a little lenient on this. We'll see if you kind of get close to describing the thing. And we're down. Okay, Quill's down.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called.
Submit answers, please. From Mike, we have Deluminator.
The light jar
and he
thing.
says Spidey sense. Brian goes with the light jar thing.
Yeah, it's the
and he's
yeah,
clicking like he's like a lighter.
it's the
Okay.
the test
Since he
tube
went
looking
with
thing
jar
that
as
has
opposed
a,
to
has
like
a bottle on
actual
it.
lighter or something, I will give it to him. So yes, the answer
Yes.
is the Deluminator. So that is a point to Mike and to Brian, and definitely to chat. The Illuminator thing that Dumbledore willed him. The Illuminator, like a lot of Illuminators. Yep, Jay, good job. Jayhawk got the Deluminator. And Amy, yep, follows up with Deluminator. Yeah, whatevs. Ha.
Shout out, Jay has the same tattoo as you, Josh.
Really? Again, had I, I'm not really in a position to be able to really get it on camera easily.
No, yours
So-
is in a different. His is on his forearm. Yours is on your leg, so it's different. But it's the same thing.
Yeah, if Sarah was here, my wife's is on her right forearm. She could do that easily. I'd have to remove things. Nobody wants that.
No,
Oh, it's
Please
it's
not.
one of those kind of robes.
it's one of those kind of tattoos.
Question
Why
number
I
2.
know where it's at.
In the objects and artifacts category, what shape in the Deathly Hallows symbol, speak of the devil, what shape in the Deathly Hallows symbol represents the wand? What
Can
shape?
I draw the shape, or do you want the word?
Either or. What shape in the Deathly Hallows
I'm done.
symbol represents a wand? If you guys also get done early, you can tell me if so we don't have to
I mean, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, wait, I can't spell.
What word are you trying to spell?
Sarcophagus.
2, 1, done. Okay. Submit, please. I believe that's a line, a vertical line,
Vertical line.
a line. Yes, that is absolutely correct. And yes, another point from Jayhawk, who got the line, and Lavender Gooms helpfully says the wand shape. Perfect.
I mean, that tracks.
Yeah, it's technically
The
not wrong,
wand
I
shape.
guess. All right, chugging along in objects and artifacts. Number 3, here we go. I did not pull these. These are just cards I pulled out of the middle of the stack. So this is just how it's happening. What shape in the Deathly Hallows symbol represents the Resurrection Stone? What shape in the Deathly Hallows symbol represents the Resurrection Stone?
Done.
3, 2, 1, and done. All right, shout out before we look at answers for Jay figuring out like how to, I guess, like insert an object shape into chat instead of using words. Good on
You
him.
actually he put a circle. Nice job.
I was gonna say this one you could just type O, like it's.
Depends on how it
There you
comes out.
go.
It might be slightly. All right, so we got. What's that, Andy? Circle. My circle
Stone
looks
shape.
like a
The one that's
like
shaped
a
like
pickle.
stone.
Yeah.
And circle the stone shape. Yeah, I guess. All right, Brian's trying to steal someone else's idea and
I
cover
feel
all
like
bases.
Andy tried to draw a circle and was like, I have to write circle inside that because he's not going to know what I'm trying to do.
Well, I wrote circle. I'm going to circle the word circle, and then I'm like, that looks like
Oh,
a pickle.
okay.
Like, fuck.
Shit pickle.
So that is a point for all parties all around. Everyone gets one on that. Awesome. All right. How we feeling? Last question on objects and artifacts. Here we go. Spoilers, it is not an additional shape in the Deathly Hallows symbol.
Ah.
Damn it.
Last question. Who retrieves the Sword of Gryffindor from the lake? Who retrieves the Sword of Gryffindor from the lake? 5,
Andy is
4.
also done.
3. All good? All right.
I don't know.
Let's
I
see
don't
what we
know if
come
I'm
up
right,
with.
Has to now.
Oh, I guessed right.
We got 3 Rons.
Nice.
In
Maybe,
chat,
maybe right. Maybe
in
right.
chat, I have a Harry, the rich kid with the scar, and I have a Ron. So
That's a win. That chat gets that point.
I believe so. So the card actually says Harry with the help of Ron, which technically I'm going to call as a little bit of bullshit.
That's wrong. It's
Because
wrong.
it says who retrieves the sword. Harry did not.
No.
No,
The
it's Ron's hand
Horcrux
that grabs
was
the sword.
strangling Harry. He was going unconscious. He was about to drown. He was pulled from the lake. Then Ron solely took it. The correct
Yeah.
answer
Ron's
is Ron.
hand grabbed the sword and pulled it out. Like that's
Exactly.
That's what
Harry
counts.
never got his hand on it.
Hashtag fact check Trivial Pursuit.
Boom. That's how we do it here.
Get him on the technicality.
Yes. But yes.
yeah. That's why chat has the advantage. They can just throw shit out
Every
there, and as long as
possible
they
answer,
get
yes.
one, yeah, as long as they combine. You get
Yeah, I
the
mean
right
they're the ones
answer.
to beat. It's not us. Like we have to beat chat.
Yeah,
But I'm proud
that's
of
the challenge.
all 3 of you representing your house as well.
I've already
You guys
scored
all
more
got it?
points than I thought I was going to tonight, so I'm very excited.
But can you beat what Ian and Josh scored at Star Wars? That's the
Josh,
real
I think, had a
question.
12.5. Ian was like 15 or 16 somewhere in there. But Ian
That's
knows
your
the Star
goal.
Wars, so
But that's your goal, though. You know
You gotta-
enough
you
about
gotta
Harry
beat
Potter that
me
that's your
at
goal.
This is what you got to like. Yeah, you have to beat my
Yeah.
Star Wars score at this. That's the benchmark.
He's not sure, even though he's off to a good start.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't
Oh,
know.
we,
gonna
we
blow
got,
my
we got
load
quite a
early.
bit to go. Quite a bit to go. So let's keep going down that path. Next up, this will be a fun one. Animals, magical creatures, and magical beings.
nope.
Third category. Here we go. What creature does Harry see in the shadows just before the night bus arrives? What creature does Harry see in the shadows just before the night bus arrives? I'll give you a hint. This happens in Prisoner of Azkaban.
I have a problem with that wording on that question. I know the answer, but
Give your best guess, and then we'll go through 3.
I mean, I'm giving you the correct
2,
answer, but it's
1 up. All right, answers please.
answers.
Brian, I can't give that to you because
Damn
it is
it.
neither Lupin nor is it a werewolf. It is actually just a dog who is actually
Oh.
Sirius Black in the form of his
An
animal
Irish
form.
wolfhound.
And yes, I will give it to Andy as the Grim
Yeah,
because that is how it is
yeah, that
discussed the
tracks.
entire time. So
Yeah.
yes, unfortunately can't split that
That's
hair
all right.
for
That's
you.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I had an issue with them calling it a creature because to me it was like what you could just say what.
Oh,
like 'cause
okay.
to me Sirius isn't a creature. Like I'm like
Well, given
no, they-
given
I was
the
gonna say
category,
animagus.
he's in creature form at the
You-
time.
You don't know he's the creature
Yeah.
at that point. You just know that it's the Grim.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point in the movie you don't. That's fair.
And yes, that is a point for chat as well. We have a black dog and Sirius hyphen dog. Cover all the bases. Good
I
job.
was the only one that had the Grim. Damn it.
You have the grim.
Not the grin, the grim, you idiot. Question 2. Animals, magical creatures, and magical beings. What creature does Lockhart joke that he didn't get rid of by smiling at her? What creature does Lockhart joke that he didn't get rid of by smiling at her?
Is it bad that I'm going, who is Lockhart?
This is the speech he gives in the first Defense Against the Dark Arts class in Chamber of Secrets. What creature does Lockhart joke that he didn't get rid of by smiling at her? 4, 3, 2,
Wow, that's
1.
a rough one.
I'll be a little
there.
lenient on this because it can be hard to hear the dialogue correctly in that movie. Okay, let's see what we got.
Hold on, I almost dropped the board.
The fairy,
mine.
a fairy, his wife,
Mine got a little bit erased by my.
the
Arm.
Gorgon.
I
Unfortunately, none of those are correct. We have Shrug, Flame,
Chat, get it?
something. Lockhart used the memory charm on Brian. The correct answer, the Bandon Banshee.
Never would have got that.
yeah, I don't
Nope.
remember that.
Nope.
But I don't talk about that. I didn't get rid of the Bandon Banshee by smiling at her.
I didn't know
just
we get
couldn't remember.
reenactments with this type of trivia.
If it helps to,
Again, Josh
to
is
stir
killing
memories
you on this,
afterward,
like-
absolutely.
Brian, why didn't you reenact Star Wars?
Josh is setting a bar now, and I'm gonna have to do some real
You
work the
put
next
me
time.
in
we
a
do
Well,
stuff.
performance
I was thinking about
capacity.
offering doing the next one being the MC for like a Marvel trivia or something, but now I don't know. I'm gonna have to get a gauntlet or something and snap it out of existence in my brain.
do the whole thing in an Iron
You
Man
gave me a
mask.
microphone, put me in charge, and didn't
Amy,
tell me
we
I
need to
couldn't
buy an
be a
Iron
ham
Man
about
mask.
things, of course. All right, we're halfway through the magical creatures category, and we're moving on. Here we go. What dead creatures did producers hang on the apron of the actress playing Hermione's I'm sorry, let me start over. What dead creatures did producers hang on the apron of the actress playing Harry's Aunt Petunia to ensure the owls would look at her? So I'll read it one more time. This is in the opening couple of scenes of the Sorcerer's Stone when the owls are flocking around the house at Privet Drive. What did the producers hang on the apron of Aunt Petunia to ensure the owls would look at her?
I knew there would be a fucking production question.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is one of those things that this has nothing
Which-
to do with Harry Potter.
was
This is
absolutely
like how
fair.
much have you watched the
Yeah.
extras
And this is
probably one
associated
of
with
those
the
things-
movies?
That's
Now,
what I
it's
was
like, what do
asking
owls
about
eat?
earlier.
Andy absolutely asked this question in our chat prior to this, and I said, I don't think so, but I don't entirely remember.
You
You
rat.
were wrong, sir.
Yeah,
You were
you
wrong.
raz-
3,
You razzed me about the
2,
sound engineer.
1. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the sound engineer and the key grips.
Yeah.
No, was it the payroll accountant?
Yeah,
what it
that's what it was.
Okay, what do we got, guys? We got mice, and
Rodents of some kind.
Rodents of unusual size.
Yeah.
They don't actually exist.
Ferret? Wait, was that a student? I like Leslie's response. Jayhawk with mice. Yes. So chat grabs it, and everybody, all the super friends get a point on that too.
Oh, you're giving me that one?
I'll
Cool,
give it to you,
take
yeah.
it.
I mean,
you
if
didn't-
it was
you
if it
didn't
was
know how-
anything but mice, if it was rats or something, and he gave you credit for that, I'd have been pissed.
Exactly. You didn't know how specific the answer was going to be, but that makes
Yeah.
sense to go that way. So
Okay.
That,
Thank
and
you.
I feel like
That's
we
good.
all just guessed that. Like, I don't think all of us watched
Oh,
behind the scenes
yeah,
for that movie
nah.
to know that. So
And I can't
No,
imagine
that's
dead
just
mice
what
are
an
just
owls
like
eat.
present on her as you're seeing in the movie.
that's that's the thing. Next time
That
you
would
watch
be
that
metal.
like opening 15 minutes of
I really,
Sorcerer's Stone, see if you can find them.
I really hope they gave her a bonus.
Wait, are
for
they
that
actually
shit.
there?
Uh,
Like, did they not CGI them out?
Mike, I don't know, but I'm gonna look for them next time. Andy, what was that?
Oh, okay.
I sincerely hope they gave that actress a bonus for putting fucking mice on her.
Because it doesn't necessarily.
Not to mention, like, attracting predatory birds to you specifically.
it doesn't say that. Oh yeah, it does
Here.
say what dead creatures they were dead. Yeah,
Here,
okay.
wear this meat.
Live mice would be even more fucked up. What are you talking about? Like that would just because those owls would just go nuts.
Here, wear
Right,
this meat
closing-
dress.
Closing out. Closing out
Taking a
our
page from Lady
animals,
Gaga.
magical creatures, and magical beings category.
Oh, no.
Ooh la la.
Last of the round. What does Dobby wear as clothing before he is freed? Prior to being freed, what clothing does Dobby wear?
How specific does this need to be?
Just take a shot.
I mean, should I take a shot at being specific, or should I just
I think you
Like,
should write
all
something down. 'Cause-
Okay.
'cause
No,
you
no,
had
that's
5,
fair.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
I mean,
All right. What do we got?
Toga,
got a
toga, toga,
Sack,
toga.
sack. A sack. Potato.
yeah, I felt
variety,
like it was a
maybe.
potato sack, but
It's definitely it's never really given a proper name, but technically they're calling it a dirty pillowcase. Everybody gets that. We've got
whoa,
we've got
Toga
pillowcase.
does not get that.
We've got-
Toga does not get
The
that.
scorekeeper told me I get a point.
We get that. Yes, it's a pillowcase fashioned into toga.
Togas
like attire.
togas come with a tiara made of leaves.
I don't know, even the poorest schlubs in Rome had just a dirty toga without all the accoutrements.
Whatever. That's fine. You're only helping Brian beat you at Star Wars. That's all.
I'm about halfway there.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not the one that's going to lose to him. And chat gets a point for that as well because we got both pillowcase and sack from chat. All right, we are halfway done with our first round. 3 categories down. Number 4, here we go. Witches, wizards, ghosts, and muggles. So these are going to be very character-driven questions and answers. First question
Okay.
of the round. What is the name of Harry's second son? What is the name of Harry's second son, which is stated in the epilogue chapter of the final book, The Deathly Hallows? What is the name of his second son? And it is actually the only name that is mentioned in the film. His other 2 kids don't even get named. Or lines.
Oh, now I'm questioning. Well, I have an answer written down already. I don't have time to rewrite it. So,
2, 1.
like I said,
And
I don't
done.
have time to rewrite it.
All right, give it your best shot, contestants. What do we got?
I know this is one of the names said. I couldn't remember if it was first, middle, last.
I thought it was like
All right.
first middle
The
name
correct
and
answer, full correct answer is Albus Severus Potter.
Son of a.
So I'm going to give Mike the full point. I'm going to give each of you half.
All right, I'll take that.
Each of you get a half for that. And Dingleberry Potter, I think might have been the name of the other kid that they took
Dingleberry.
in after a friend.
Wait,
Didn't
Dingleberry
was
was
the
a
name
bad
of someone?
situation.
that tracks to be Leslie.
That was a
tracks to be
chat
Leslie.
guess, Dingleberry Potter. But no,
Oh.
but Amy got it correct, Albus Severus. So chat got that as well. Good job, chat. Number 2 in our characters category. Oh, all right. This is a challenge.
I don't like the
round.
way you said
this
that.
This is kind of
I
a
don't-
challenge round. I like this.
Challenge double points.
Sure.
Nice.
Sure, yeah.
Challenge round for double points.
Yeah, double points. I like it. We'll do that. What is the name of Ignotus and Antioch Peveril's brother? What is the name of Ignotus and Antioch Peveril's brother? These are the 3 brothers in the tale of the 3 brothers, which
Oh,
is the
wow.
folklore
Deathly
behind
Hallows,
the
oh,
Deathly
fuck.
Hallows. That story is told in both the book and Deathly
What are-
Hallows
what
Part
are the-
1, the movie. What is the 3rd Peveril's brother's
First 2
name?
are.
Ignotus, Antioch, and what's the 3rd?
The fucked up thing is those are the 2 that I could have named.
Yes, exactly.
Right. And in the movie, they're said very, very quickly. I think it's mentioned once.
Yeah, like it's. I'm taking a shot in the dark here. Like it literally, like I have no friggin' clue.
All right, 2, 1, and we're out. I would just like to give props real quick to chat answers for number one, the other Peveril brother,
Oh, that's similar to me.
Daryl.
I like Daryl. This is my brother Daryl.
Daryl,
and
my
this
other
is
brother
my other
Daryl,
brother
yes.
Daryl.
I love that we're like just in that pocket that's still old enough to have catch those on like reruns at Nick at Night that we understand that, but like nobody just under our age group would.
Yeah, most of the people watching this are probably like, "What the fuck?"
And also Ham Fist. Unfortunately, neither of those answers are directly correct. So what do we got, gentlemen? What are we thinking? We have Ulrich, the third Peveril, and Nate Dogg.
Dog.
Tell me I was close at least.
I mean, in the style of the name, potentially, trying to call back to those era of names. But sorry, double points to no one this round. The third Peveril brother is Cadmus.
I never would have got that.
Yeah. No.
Cadmus,
I have.
Ignotus, and Antioch.
That's not even ringing a bell.
Cadmus Everdeen.
Yeah.
Well, see, I'm gonna go Cadbury cream egg. I remember that. So
Wasn't Cadmus Cassius's brother? Like
Who is
like-
Cassius?
ancient Greek, like Shakespeare, like
Oh, I don't know. Even if
like
even
like
if that's
the story
correct.
of Caesar wasn't like Cadmus and Cassius were brothers.
Even if that's correct, I like Brian's comment of Cadmus Everdeen better. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Cadmus Everdeen.
I might give you another quarter point for that later. I'm gonna mull it over.
If you
I will
needed to
take
win,
whatever I
you
can
get a
get.
quarter point.
Okay, number 3. Moving along. In our characters category. Just staying on brand. Who reads The Tale of the Three Brothers at Xenophilius Lovegood's house? Who reads The Tale of the Three Brothers while at Xenophilius Lovegood's house? Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and we out. Game over. We have an answer of
Oh,
Hermione, and Mr. Lovegood. Unfortunately, Brian, no, it is Hermione who reads the story to everyone, including Mr. Lovegood. But it is Hermione.
Informative exposition equals Hermione.
That's
Yes.
fair. Yeah, I should have got that.
She is the Dustin of Harry Potter.
Not wrong, and that is actually that sequence is one of my absolute top 5 favorites in any of the films. That whole animation sequence with that.
oh yeah,
it's pretty
that
cool.
animation style was really awesome.
Took me by surprise. Never thought they would do something like that, like a cutaway to do love that. And chat gets a point.
Chat
We
got it.
have couple of right answers there. Last question in the characters category, everyone. Here we go. Gwenog Jones is the captain of which Quidditch team? Gwenog Jones is the captain of which Quidditch team?
Done.
Slughorn says this to Harry in toward the beginning of Half-Blood Prince when Dumbledore and Harry go to track Slughorn down and he's wrecked to the house trying to evade them. He mentions this
Free
as
tickets
he's,
whenever I want them.
yes, as he's showing them all of his great contacts on the picture shelf. All right, down to 2, 1, and go. And if you happen to know the books a little bit better, it is mentioned a couple of times throughout the last few because I think she is a sort of an idol / favorite of Ginny's.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I didn't even write anything down. I'll be honest. I got nothing.
touche. What do we got, guys? Ron's favorite team? And the Holyhead Harpies. 100% correct, Mike. And what do we got in chat? We got your mom's. I mean, I don't technically know offhand my mom's favorite Quidditch team, so it might be the same, but I don't think that's enough conjecture to go on. Sorry, guys.
All right. Well, with
Somebody
that,
call
Mike ties
Josh's
chat.
mom.
Mike and chat are tied at 11.
Boom.
Coming for you, chat.
Andy, I would tell you what Ron's favorite team is, but as Mike pointed out a little while ago, that actually might be another question later on. Who knows?
Oh, that's all good.
So I don't want to spoil. If it doesn't, remind me, and we'll go over that. We'll review answers at the end of the test.
it may eventually come to me as well. So
All right. into category 5. Moving on. We are in Hogwarts, other locations and transportation. So a location and setting category, as well as modes of transportation in the wizarding world. So here we are, often running, or often flying, if you will. Question 1. Where does Dumbledore hide the Sorcerer's Stone? Where does Dumbledore hide the Sorcerer's Stone? I will potentially accept more than one answer for this.
I mean, nah, I feel like spelling should count.
And I'm definitely hoping chat chimes in on this, because I don't want your mom to be the last thing that was submitted after I asked that question. And a 2, 1, and we're done. Okay, where do we think the Sorcerer's Stone was hidden? Mike says the Mirror of Erised. Andy says
I
in
think
the
I'm wrong.
mirror, your reflection. If it what?
I wasn't able to finish my thought.
Oh, okay. In the snitch. Oh, I got you. Nope, Brian. So that is the resurrection stone that he puts in there
Yeah.
later.
Okay. I just saw.
Wrong stone.
That was the first stone that popped into my head. That was
There,
what I
there
wrote
was a
down.
stone in the snitch, though. That's
That
worth
is
another
correct.
quarter point later if you need it to win.
Possibly. And so, yep, definitely points for Mike and for Andy. And all right, so we got a correct answer from Jay in chat. But I'm also going to accept Gringotts from Amy, because it technically is stored there for some indeterminate amount of time before the events before Harry's first year starts, and they go get it again.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that.
Hagrid
to
retrieves it for him.
Yeah. So we don't know. It could have been there a week or 20 years. Who knows how long he's been holding it for Flamel. So I'm gonna accept both of those, but they got both, so they got 1 point for chat. And we're moving on. Question 2. Pretty simple one. Kind of a softball, hoping. What is the name of the wizard prison? What is the name of the wizard prison?
I was just thinking if I can make any fun puns, but I don't have it.
And
so
Amy, I guess you are right. I don't know what moms are up to. They is sneaky. Down to 2, 1, and we are out. Submit answers, please.
I feel pretty confident
Azkaban,
about this one.
Azkaban.
My favorite
Woo!
of the movies.
Absolutely.
The best movie.
Points all around. 1 each for the Super Friends and 1 for chat on that one. Where is Ron when he receives a howler from his mother? Where is Ron when he receives a howler from his mother? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quill's down. Where is Ron? Where do you guys think?
Oh, that was
What
a much
was
better
he
name.
doing?
In the
too.
Great
I
Hall,
just said cafeteria.
eating, the cafeteria, or meeting hall. Yep, I will give. He's in the Great Hall. I think they happen to be at a meal, maybe, but yep, they're in the Great Hall when the Howler arrives. In the dining hall, the Great Hall at breakfast.
Weasley's got a
Yep.
howler. Fucking Seamus.
I got one from my gran once. It was horrible. And closing
your
out
Longbottom?
our Hogwarts other locations and transportation category, we have: where is Harry when he first encounters a Dementor? Where does Harry happen to be when he first encounters a Dementor?
You have the wand out all of a sudden.
5,
It's like you're-
4, 3, 2, 1. Quill's down. Where is Harry? On the Hogwarts Express, by a lake, or I guess somewhere. I'll interpret that.
Technically, that's correct. Somewhere he
Yeah.
was somewhere.
Chat says Lupin's class, and then immediately retracted and corrected. Nope, train. Leslie says the train, and Amy was more declarative with the train. Yes, correct. He's on the Hogwarts Express. So,
So who all got that?
Chat and Mike.
Chat and Mike.
Charlie, anything?
Charlie does. All right, we're having a great game, I think. We're moving on. We got the last category of the first round coming up. Here we go. Spells, potions, and other magic. All other magic that exists outside of spells and potions.
Gross.
All of it.
Didn't work.
I'm going to pretend that didn't happen. Question 1.
Sorry.
In the spells, potions, and other magics category, which spell causing the subject to grow larger is used by Professor Moody on a spider when demonstrating the unforgivable curses?
I'm so sorry.
I'll repeat that. Which spell causing the subject to grow larger is used by Professor Moody on a spider when demonstrating the unforgivable curses?
Mike just said it, didn't he? And I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Yeah, he really did.
I just made a dirty
He
joke
really
with
did.
it as a joke. Wow. I don't know how to spell it. I just guessed, but
Oi is right, Amy. That is spot on.
boy. I'm sorry. I spoiled. I didn't know. I don't know these questions. I don't know what he's about to ask. That was
And time.
purely by chance, because
Time is
who doesn't want to try that?
Time is up. What do we have? Mike goes with Engorgio. Brian goes with Embiggen, which I really like. Andy, I wish it was as simple as enlarge. Unfortunately, yes, the correct answer is Engorgio. Brian, I'm giving you that quarter point for that.
Woo!
You'll get on that one. You get
Just
that.
because it was,
It was funny to read.
yeah. And it was also
And, that's a
misspelled
point-
because it starts with an E.
Yeah, a
If you
point
read
for
the
chat
comics.
on that as well.
Boom.
To
I had an E, and then I
Jay and
crossed it
Amy.
out and made an I, so I was right the first time.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Embiggen.
regardless.
This is why I don't spell things.
That's why I don't use written language.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not technically a word, so you're not really misspelling. You're misspelling something that's completely made
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
just like I just
All words
did.
are made up.
It's not. Yeah, but some are more made up than others.
Like Nita Villia. Okay. Question
No, that's a real place.
2.
I've been there.
Question 2 in our last category of our first round. During the Battle of Hogwarts, who casts the Patronus charm that forces the Dementors away from the castle entrance? During the Battle of Hogwarts in Deathly Hallows, Part 2, who casts the Patronus charm that forces the Dementors away from the castle entrance? You do words good, Amy. You do words
She's
good.
wearing that shirt right now. That's why she's saying it. She has on a shirt right now that says, I do words good.
Nice. Down to 2, 1,
Can't think of his
and we're
name.
gone. Okay, what are we coming up with, fellas? From
That's it.
Andy, we have a Ginny. From Brian, we have the other Dumbledore.
I knew
And
it was
from,
that one, I just couldn't think of his name.
from Mike, we have
That's not bad, though.
Aberforth. Dumbledore.
You actually remembered the moment.
I will give the full point to Mike on that. Brian, I will give you a half for that.
Woo!
Because, yes, it was
Creeping
Brian
away.
is getting
His other
halves
brother,
and quarters adding
Aberforth.
up like nobody's business.
And, yep, Amy got it in chat. So that's a point for chat, too. Yeah, I think
Chip it
Leslie,
away.
Leslie found the strategy for chat. She just says, hashtag teamwork. Let's guess them all.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys spread your guesses, it might, like if you coordinate and spread your guesses out, it might just lead to victory. But
Yep. Say spread your guesses.
I
again.
only
That
get
sounds
one.
Great. Question 3 in our last round. Last category of the first
spread
round.
your guesses.
What spell does Goyle attempt against Hermione in the Room of Requirement? What spell does Goyle attempt against Hermione in the Room of Requirement? This takes place during the Battle of Hogwarts finale as they are all in the Room of Requirement. They're hunting for something. It's just before it goes up in destruction. What spell does he attempt?
Well, you said against Hermione, so yeah,
Correct.
that's only one. Okay, I was gonna say there's a couple that he attempts and fucks up in there.
All right, time's up. What are we guessing, fellas? We've got an Expelliarmus, we've got a Fire Snake spell, and we have an Avada Kedavra. So he does end up trying to use the fire later on, but more specifically targeted at Hermione. He does try to kill her first with the Avada Kedavra spell.
Okay.
So that is correct.
I remember that because Ron's shouting at him, "That was my girlfriend!"
As he
you
takes off.
bastard," or something
Yeah,
like that.
full
like
ass
running
after
her.
him, running through the
Yeah.
aisles of all the junk. Yep, one of my
So
favorite
what, Mike,
moments.
Mike got that one?
Mike
right?
did get
Yeah.
that one, and so did
Mike.
Chat.
Okay.
Okay, last
Fiend Flame is the name of the
Fe-
snakes. I might be giving an answer to something later.
I'm not going to remember. Let's face it.
Fiend Fire.
Fiend Fire.
Fing,
correct.
fing, boom.
All right, last question of our last category of our first round, just before halftime. Here we go. Spells, potions, other magic. What memory does Harry draw upon to conjure a Patronus during his lesson with Lupin? What memory does Harry draw upon to conjure a Patronus during his lesson with Professor Lupin? Down to 5, 4, 3.
I feel like it's more specific than this, but I wrote
Okay.
down what I did.
What do we think? We've
His
got
mom and
his
dad.
mom and dad. We've got a mother.
I did not write an answer. I
Wow.
was stuck thinking and could not come up with anything.
Okay, so let's read the card answer. The card answer says the memory of his mother and father. And honestly, in the movie, he's not very
They
descript.
get points for that.
Brian, you had both parents, right?
Yes.
All right, Brian, you're
Yeah.
gonna get a full point. Andy, you get half for mom. And one thing he isn't sure is real. Absolutely. You got that one, Leslie. His parents talking to him, correct. When he was
Yeah,
told
Chad
he
gets
was
a
going through
point,
serious
Brian gets a
something
point.
with his parents. Yes,
Andy gets a half a point.
correct.
Okay.
Okay, how?
Cat pulled ahead again.
I'm in double digits, folks. Woo!
Woo!
You are 2 away from beating Josh.
Are you at
Well,
10, Brian,
two,
or are you
two and a
higher?
quarter. I'm
He's at
10 and a quarter.
10.25. So
Well, then I might have to be a little bit more, little
Less
less
forgiving.
liberal with doling
more
out those
more
quarter
judicious.
points.
He's got a couple of quarter points hanging in the wind too that might count if he needs them to win later.
Okay, so halftime, intermission. How are we feeling? Want to keep chugging along? We've done 24 questions to this point. Do we want to keep going?
I think we could probably do another round.
Another round?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to beat Chad. Like I can't lose to Chad by a point.
All right, we are back for the finale where we are cracking into round 2. And tell you what, we're going to basically follow the same format, but we're going to just go all around the categories. We're not going to go straight down the card. So we're still going to keep a category, 4 questions apiece, but we're just going to pick as we want. So how about let's go to animals, magical creatures, and magical beings. That's where we're starting. First question, first category, round 2. What creatures does Hagrid say are seriously misunderstood? I will accept several answers for this. I need you to name a specific one that I can justify, but I will accept several. What creatures does Hagrid say are seriously misunderstood?
My brain just turned off. I don't.
And 3, 2, 1. All right,
It's like I
timer's
thought
up
of
for the
3,
first
but this was
question.
the first one that came to my head, so I wrote it down.
Let's see what we got. We've got
My brain turned
dragons.
off. I
We've
got it
got
for nothing.
centaurs. Mike, even if you
I
would just
literally have a blank
name
card.
any creature,
feel-
just try.
I know,
It
anything.
says it about a bunch of them, so
Yeah, my
Correct.
brain just turned off, and it probably on there says Buckbeak or whatever, the hippogriff or something like that. But it's probably dragons. That sounds like the correct answer.
The card's answer is spiders, but even in the movie,
Mm.
he definitely says it several times about spiders, definitely about dragons. Brian, unfortunately, he does not say it about centaurs.
Ah,
Sorry,
spiders was
I feel
my
like-
second guess, and
I
I
can't-
didn't.
I can't
didn't
give you
go
that
with
they're
that
not
one.
creatures, though, are they? Are they're
because they're
yeah,
beings.
they're more
yeah.
like members of
Yeah.
the magical community instead of like
Right. It's like he wouldn't have said
I
anything
don't
about,
want
like,
my brain
goblins or
turned
house
off on
elves.
that one. It just had nothing.
And I'll get, yep, got points
So
there
Andy
for
in chat?
Norbert.
Yep, we got dragons,
Oh,
Norbert,
Norbert.
spiders, Norbert. So, yeah.
I don't know
Chat
why
gets
my
that one.
brain turned off.
Question number 2. Keeping in the magical creatures category. What creatures tell Ron and Hermione that no underage wizards are allowed in the pub? What creatures tell Ron and Hermione that no underage wizards are allowed in the pub? I'll give you a hint. This happens in Prisoner of Azkaban. Down to 3, 2, 1, and done. We've got shrunken heads, dwarf, or house elves. It is the shrunken heads hanging inside of Rosmerda's bar that tell them that.
Are those really creatures? I mean, like,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the question, especially since those were movie inventions.
yeah, I feel like those are just like animated objects and not actual creatures.
I can't split the hair with
But
you
the
on that for
hippogriff
the
was totally
category,
real.
but... Alright, chugging along. More creatures and magical shit. What pet did Lily Potter give to Professor Slughorn? What pet did Lily Potter give to Professor Slughorn? You learn this through an anecdote he tells, that Slughorn tells Harry in The Half-Blood Prince.
Normally, I'd start popping out Slughorn quotes, but it seems when I say things like that, it just turns into the next question. So I'm gonna.
Down to 3, 2, 1. Quill's away. What do we think Lily Potter gifted him? A fish, a frog, or a lizard? Chat says goldfish, fish. It is a fish. Does
Had the F
anybody?
right.
Does anyone remember the name for a bonus point?
I'm
Goldie.
sorry, you.
The name of
you
the
cut out a little bit.
Does anyone remember the name of the fish for a bonus point?
Goldie.
It is not Goldie. I can categorically roll that one out.
I feel like it started with an H, but I'm probably wrong.
Again, not Dingleberry Potter.
Oh,
I'm Mr. Brightside.
Nope. Because also her name was not Potter at the time, so that would have been even weirder.
So just Dingleberry then.
It is not. It's not Lily. Nope. So the name of the goldfish was Francis.
Yeah, you cut out there.
You definitely cut out
Yeah,
right
you
as you
did-
said the
you
name.
The name of the goldfish was Francis.
Okay.
Oh, from Deadpool.
no.
Yes. Yes.
That's where he got
Exactly that.
So wait, Chat got a point for that, and who else? Mike.
Shaq got a point
Me.
and Mike got a point. For the
Okay.
basic question,
Yeah,
nobody got the bonus.
it. I gotta catch up on. Chat's got to get some shit wrong, and I got to get some shit right. That's what's got to happen. Like I need Chat to miss a few that
Chat's rallying as a team.
Yeah, they're using that spread strategy you talked about.
Yeah,
It's
you
called
told them
Duo.
what to do. They're doing it.
All right, last question for the first round, for the first category in the second round. What part of the studio created the quote live?
What the?
Nope, that we're calling an audible.
Hold on, read the rest of the question.
Yeah, just
read the
Totally
question.
audible
We're getting a
now.
substitute question after this, but yeah.
I need to know what.
What?
Because hold on, can I get like a bonus point if I
Okay,
know it?
okay, fine. Yeah, we'll do a bonus point, but then I'll give you a replacement question quickly.
Okay.
What part of the movie studio created the live monsters that needed to be on the set? What part, basically,
Industrial Light and
what
Magic.
department of the movie studio
Practical special effects.
created the
Creature
live monsters that needed to be on set?
Creature Shop.
Practical special effects.
Oh, a big bonus. One point bonus. Anybody?
Industrial
You
Light
sort
and
of said
Magic.
something. I'm going to give Chad a couple of seconds rather.
Is it like the company that did it, or like the department in
The
the company
department.
that did it?
The department.
Yeah,
That is
I
a
think
really
the Creature
dumb
Shop.
question.
It is a dumb question. It is not CGI or creative effects, Chad, unfortunately. And again, I cannot confirm technically, Amy, that it was not your mom's, but I can't accept that as an answer. Brian actually said it, and I'm giving it to him. The creature
yeah.
shop. He used those words. It was just dumb luck, but he gets the bonus point.
Dumb
I don't
luck.
think that's
I
dumb
know
luck. I feel
Bill
like
my behind the
Brian
scenes
knows
shit.
things about making movies where he just knows Creature Shop is a thing that
Yeah.
they do on movies.
Yeah, I feel like my answer was
All right.
like an overarching answer that contained his in it.
I think Josh disagrees, but Brian's getting a bonus point.
Who really needs it?
I do
Okay.
need it.
Okay, so here's your actual replacement question for this.
Okay.
Okay, so technical last question of the creatures category.
Creature shop. Next question.
Which actor who played one of Harry's friends said he, quote, desperately wanted to see the dragons come to life after reading Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire? Which actor who played one of Harry's friends in the films, which actor said he, quote, desperately wanted to see the dragons come to life after reading The Goblet of Fire? Which actor who is one of Harry's character's friends said this?
They need to be okay.
So the actor. So 3, 2.
Hold on. I'm writing.
One.
Okay.
All right, throw them up. Grant, Robert Pattinson. It indeed was Matthew Lewis who played
Boom.
Neville Longbottom. Mike is the only
Good
one to
old
grab
Neville.
that.
I figured Ron was too easy, and Robert Pattinson was not his friend.
Could you really call Neville his friend? I mean,
Yeah, him and Neville are friends.
He might not,
Neville's like
he
the
might not
one
have treated him
that's
well. and
like
Neville kind of
I
took it for
wouldn't have
7 years.
I
But
wouldn't have quantified him as his friend until way later, after Goblet of Fire.
I don't know. I always thought of them as like yeah, they've got their tight unit, and then they've got like their next circle, like that next small circle outside.
he's the B team. He's JV.
Yeah, like well, no, not JV. Like he's just that next circle. You know what I mean? Like that.
I would just call them like
Well-
a classmate because they shared classes together.
All right, let's think of where we're going next, gentlemen.
Did
How
chat get that?
about- They did not. They did not. So
Ooh, I
Mike
caught up
was the
with
only
chat
one to
by
get
one.
that. All right, so let's jump over to category 2. How about let's do witches, wizards, ghosts, and muggles. So we're back to characters, okay? Our character
Alrighty.
category. Question 1. Who gives Aberforth the mirror that he uses to watch over Harry Potter? Who gives Aberforth Dumbledore the mirror that he uses to watch over Harry? If you don't remember it from the stories, if you've read them, it's a like blink and you miss it line. Kind of garbled, in my opinion, said by the actor in Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah, that's a really obscure one.
And
I know I'm wrong.
We're
Yeah, I have a
out.
guess. I don't know.
All right, display your guesses. Lovegood,
Oh, sorry.
Albus, Ariana. Chat says Mundungus, Shacklebolt, and they're fighting over the verbiage of talking about Neville and tight units. Nope, unfortunately the answer is I see. Okay. Nope, I have to retract. Amy is correct in chat. Mundungus Fletcher technically gives Aberforth the mirror. It is Sirius's mirror. After Sirius dies, he gets it from the house and gives it to Aberforth. So the answer is Mundungus Fletcher. Good job, Amy.
So you were thinking the answer was Sirius
Correct.
the whole time. Yeah, see, that's where I was just like, I have no friggin' clue. But yeah,
that would, if it was
Dungy.
me, that would have been my guess.
Good old Dungy.
Please don't call him that.
Because
Dungy.
you don't.
He's that from now on.
Yeah, you don't. They don't show
Mundungus
you.
Fletcher.
They don't show you in the movies at all. I think Deathly Hallows Part 2 opens and Harry is randomly looking. Oh no. He gets this piece of mirror in the movie somewhere that they never really explain it. But in the book, there's a whole scene before, spoilers, Sirius dies, that he gifts him the whole thing and explains it all. So that would have been my guess. But yes, Amy saw around the farce. Okay, moving on. Characters. Question 2. What is Gregorovich's profession? What is the profession of Gregorovich? And go. I cannot
is this a
technically take
profession?
facial expressions as answers, so you'll need to write something.
I mean, he definitely is this thing that I wrote down, but I don't know if that's technically a profession.
And we are out. What do we think Gregorovich does professionally? Mike says Death Eater. Brian says teacher. And he goes with professor and coach. Andy, you're getting a quarter
The girls'
point for that
volleyball
coach
team.
joke.
Real-
I like the coach joke. No, he is a wand maker. He is the
No.
wand maker.
Oh God!
The
I was
other
thinking
wand
of the wrong
maker
person.
who Voldemort, no, I'm sorry, who Grindelwald, as a young man, steals the Elder Wand from.
Grindelwald does to Gregorovich what Voldemort does to Ollivander.
You already lost me.
All the metaphors. Play along.
Yeah. Oops.
Okay.
Did chat get it?
Chat got it.
Chad did get it, yes.
Bastards.
I kind of wish he was a nap taker, though. That sounds like an amazing job.
That's like my profession. That's where I'm a pro.
Our characters, moving on. We've got who sends Dobby to help Harry at Malfoy Manor? Who sends Dobby to help Harry at Malfoy Manor? You're on the clock. It's a time of distress, a time of need. Dobby shows up. Who directs him there? Down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amy, if I could give you bonus points for that Billy Madison joke, I absolutely would. That is incredible. Good on you.
Wait.
Gregorovich.
Madison joke?
More like Borovich,
Oh God.
right?
Oh God.
Is it getting stuffy in here?
Are we ready?
All right, gentlemen. Answers, please.
It's gotta be one of them, right?
Aberforth,
I went with this one.
Aberforth, or Sirius. Unfortunately, by this point, Sirius is already shooken loose his mortal coil, and the answer is Aberforth Dumbledore.
Woo!
Specifically because of what we just talked about. In that cellar, Harry finds the mirror shard and looks into it and says where they are. Aberforth has the other piece, communicates with Dobby, and sends him on his way. So
Dobby.
that's a point for Mike and for Brian and
He's
for
a
chat.
free elf.
Josh, I'm a quarter of a point away from tying you.
Oh,
I just want you to know.
Shit.
This is where I fall apart. I'll just be this close the entire time.
You're gonna have the pressure on you.
Yeah.
You're like, what is Harry's last name? Shit, I'm drawing a blank.
It starts with a P.
Prescott. No, crap.
Pooper? Pooper? Is it Pooper?
Samsonite. I was way off.
Andy made
All right,
that joke the other day.
Last, yeah.
Pling, plom, plume, ploppy, ploppy, plooper, pooper, Potter?
Okay, last question in our characters category. Xenophilius Lovegood thinks the only way to get his daughter back is to give who to the Death Eaters? Xenophilius Lovegood thinks the only way to get his daughter back is to give who to the Death Eaters? I think Leslie is just throwing out anything that could possibly warrant her writing things, and now she has transmorphed it into Dingleberry Pooper.
Nice.
So thank you for the contributions, Leslie, and offering a correct answer. So chat is going to grab this one. Gentlemen, what do we think the answer is? We've got all Harrys all around. That is correct. Harry Potter.
I almost wrote
That's
Harry
what she
Pooper,
said.
but I didn't want to miss a point on this one. I had to take it too seriously.
I'd have given it to you. You know, you got bonus points for Harry Pooper. Like,
You're
So
not the quiz master this time, so you can't dish out the bonus points. This is all on Josh.
Yeah, apparently whoever sits in the seat, Mike, gets to decide all the guidelines. So if you want to take it
Oh,
for
that's fair.
a round, make up
Oh
your
no,
own
we're doing
rules.
Marvel next, and I'm doing it. But that's
Okay, we are out.
and I'm giving Brian a point right now for Harry Pooper. If he writes it next time.
Just in
Next
advance.
question, you just write Harry Pooper, you get a point for Marvel.
Okay, so we're 2 rounds down. Let's hit the next one. How about we hop over to Slytherin House, Death Eaters, and the Dark Arts. 4 questions in this category. Here we go. Number 1. How many secret passageways into Hogwarts had been sealed off by the Death Eaters before the start of the 7th year? How many secret passageways into Hogwarts had been sealed off by the Death Eaters before the start of the 7th year?
So you're looking for an actual number.
A number, yes.
Josh is already laughing at chat.
Yeah.
And he can't tell us why or something.
Chat's guess. Well, you guys reveal what you think. How many passageways do we think had been sealed off? Mike thinks 2 had been sealed off. Brian is going with 7, and Andy is going
Andy.
with 7. The answer is 7, the most magically powerful number, which is quite a ways off. I don't even know if there are 69 passageways in the school that could be sealed off, Leslie, but maybe there is.
I don't think she's watching the right
So I'm
movies.
sorry, chat does not get that one.
Sorry, I did the nice thing. I had to put it in there for chat. You said 69 was in chat. I'm like, oh wait, I gotta go say nice.
Always appreciate the contribution from the listeners. And our next question in our dark arts categories. Neville Longbottom is punished by the Carrows for not practicing the Cruciatus curse on what group of students? Neville is punished by the Carrows for not practicing the Cruciatus curse on what group of students?
I'm not sure I entirely understand that question.
God, what did I just... Hold on. I gotta...
Down to 6.
My writing was extremely illegible
4, 3, 2, 1. Boom!
there. Boom!
What do we think? Because I know chat got it right. What do we think, fellas?
Oh, I got it wrong.
Them.
I mean, Andy's
All
right,
right,
right?
a
Technically,
quarter,
yeah,
quarter
that's-
point for Andy. Muggles, unfortunately, no, Brian. Mike and chat are correct first years.
It's hazing. That's what it is. Like, the Carrows view it as hazing. It's their version of teabagging, but it's just not as gross, but still worse somehow.
I thought it was just because they were
Sorry.
evil and all.
that's- Well, yeah, but, I mean...
Because like,
both
hey,
are
you're
evil things.
you're 17. How about you torture these 11-year-olds with magic? We're cool. Go dark arts. All right, moving on. Dark arts category. Who is chosen by Lord Voldemort to kill Albus Dumbledore? Who is chosen by Lord Voldemort to kill Albus Dumbledore? And we are done. Who do we think the
Joe?
chosen assassin was? Draco Malfoy, Malfoy, Draco, technical owner, elder. Does that say elder wand?
Elder
Yeah.
Wand, I think.
Which was true at the time. Well, he
That's
becomes.
how he gains it.
Becomes, yes.
That's how he earns it.
Yes, the answer is Draco. And that is a point for chat also.
Do I get that one just saying Malfoy?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, all right.
I'm not gonna be-
That's what Harry
We've met
calls
several
Draco
Malfoys during that
anyways.
point, but yeah, we're good. That's true.
I think Brian meant Narcissa, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, because
I didn't even know that was a Malfoy, yeah.
Sissy.
Draco and Harry called each other by their last names. It was like Malfoy and Potter.
All
Yeah.
the time, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's like
Potter.
that's perfectly
Yeah.
acceptable. Potter.
Yeah, Tom Felton really mastered how to like pop that P and like just deliver that. Oh
Yeah.
no, Potter! Ah, he was the best.
Yeah, imagine being like the person who had to edit out the pop on that microphone when he had to do that.
See, which relates to some like the question I asked in chat a couple of days ago. Who was the sound engineer on the one movie? Okay, last question in our Dark Arts category. How does Headmaster Snape say anyone who had knowledge of Harry's return would be treated? Listen to the wording. How does Headmaster Snape say anyone who had knowledge of Harry's return would be treated? It's one of my
One
favorite.
word that's coming to my mind. I don't feel like it's correct, but
It is one of my favorite deliveries of any phrase or line in any of the movies. The way he says these couple of words. And you're down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
that has happened more than once where I've realized the answer after I've written something and don't have time to erase it and write the correct thing.
Let's see how close we get, gentlemen. What do we think? Fairly
Badly.
badly as a traitor. Unfortunately, this is so specific that I'm going to stick to it on this one. And hats off to Amy and chat as equally guilty,
Yeah.
which she kind of like phonetically wrote. So
Oh yeah.
Good job.
Yeah. The delivery on that one is very good.
all right, we are halfway through round 2. I think we pick up the tempo if we want to. Make sure we hit the mark for tonight that we want. So let's
Lightning round.
Let's go to category 4. We're going to go objects and artifacts. Here we go. Question 1, objects and artifacts. What wood is Bellatrix Lestrange's wand made of? What wand is Bellatrix's wand made of? Ollivander does mention this in Deathly Hallows after they get away and they've stolen all the wands. So if you're not quite sure, just try to think of a couple different types of tree wood and you can pick one. And we're down to 4, 3, 2,
I know my
and
answer's
1.
wrong.
All right, shots in the dark. What do we think? Is that rosewood, Mike?
Mhm.
Rosewood. Magic wood.
Magic wood.
Birch from Andy. We've got birch, hard, or hemlock from chat.
Oh, it's hemlock.
Unfortunately, guys, sorry, no, it is walnut.
Oh, okay.
It's unyielding.
I remember that part of it, but I didn't remember the name of the wood.
Yes.
I didn't remember which one.
I wrote wormwood, and then I'm like, oh shit, that's not actually wood.
No, wormwood is fantasy stuff. Although this is fantasy stuff, so
Yeah, I think wormwood is a potion ingredient, I think, in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an herb. Yeah.
Okay. Objects, artifacts. Question 2. How does Harry catch his first snitch? How does Harry catch his first snitch? Spoilers, I will tell you the answer is not with stitches.
Ha. Ha.
no, they
It's
just
just a little
use
Harry
that
Potter joke for you all. And we are out. All right, how do we think this happened, guys? In his mouth, with his mouth, in his mouth, as any boy should. That is correct. Let's see. Swallows it, in his mouth, swallows it.
Everybody gets
There's a
point.
common theme here. Yes, points all around.
It pops up in my search engine all the time. I don't know why.
Yeah, make sure to clear the cache and the browser history when you don't leave those tabs
That's what
open.
I'm forgetting. That's what I'm forgetting.
Can you? Oh,
I feel like I have so many follow-up questions, but I don't want to go down that path right now.
Do you? we'll touch it later.
Well, it's a good thing that we're in
That's
the.
You can
also
touch
what
it
she
on your
said.
own time.
It's a,
No.
It's a-
You're the one that wants to ask the question.
it's a good thing we're in the objects category. What object in Shell Cottage does Luna say people are wrong to believe keeps evil away? What object in Shell Cottage does Luna say people are wrong to believe keeps evil away? She sees this when they escape there after getting away from Malfoy Manor in Deathly Hallows. It's one of the earliest lines in Deathly Hallows Part 2. Think, think, think. Think, objects in a house.
Yeah,
She's standing there.
I would need.
She's saying it about something. What is she saying it about?
I would need
And
way
down to
more
2,
time to think about that
1.
one to get the right answer.
And done. Okay, what do we think she's talking about?
I didn't write anything.
Gargoyles, Dreamcatcher, nothing from Brian, unfortunately. We've got wind chimes or drapes from chat. Unfortunately, because it is very specific, it is a Dreamcatcher. So Mike gets the point on this.
I thought I was wrong, honestly.
Yeah, she's standing right in front of it and looks up at it. Okay, last question in the objects category. What weapon does Bellatrix use against the Snatchers? What weapon does Bellatrix use against the Snatchers? Now, I'm going to give a hint on this because she technically uses her wand in a way to, I'll be honest, it's not entirely clear whether she
Wasn't it a spell?
conjures. Yeah, well, she's either using a spell from her wand to conjure an object or kind of like temporarily transform her wand into this weapon. It happens very quickly. That's the best I can give you. So I'm just letting you know the answer is not wand. There is another type of thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, what does a wizard use against its enemy? Wand.
So,
okay,
correct.
Yeah, but
So that is not the answer. So 15 more seconds. It's a really badass scene too. And it's short, and I kind of wish it was longer because those action scenes tended to be very, very short when they wanted them to be. All right, so we're down to 3, 2, 1. Okay, what do we think she utilizes? Mike thinks a rope or noose. Brian says the axe. Tree, find the handle.
Needs the axe.
Andy goes with whip. You must whip it. Chat thinks whip from her wand. Correct. However it happens, the answer is whip. So chat and Andy get the point.
Oh, wow.
I'd argue
nice.
that rope is pretty damn accurate on that.
I
But
will
that's
disagree.
fine. I don't need the point.
It's very explicit because she gets it around the one guy, like the leader's neck, and makes him do like a twirly
Noose.
spin. Nah, it's not a noose. She gets the whip like around his neck, and he's like,
All right,
"Oh,
all right,
oh
all right.
no!" And he does like a little like British twirly spin. He falls over.
Yeah, it was very Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman-esque.
Yes.
I agree. Like, I can see it in my head. I just didn't think of it ever as a whip.
All
'Cause
right.
I think of a whip as cracking.
We are down to our
Whip.
last two categories,
Yeah,
and
whip
let's see what the outcome is. So let's crack right into. Okay, so we have. I'll tell you guys. I'll let you weigh in. We have Hogwarts, other locations and transportation, and we have spells, potions, and other magic left. Mike, which would you rather do?
Spells.
Brian,
I'd probably have a better luck at transportation.
Andy,
Spells.
spells it is,
Fuck.
and then we'll save transportation for last. But hey, if you think you got a strong category there, Brian,
We're
you'll finish
doing
out with
both
that.
either way.
Well, it's
So
okay. It's more that I know I will not know spells.
Okay, here we go. Question 1, spells category. Where did Harry view the dying Snape's memories? Where did Harry view the memories of a dying Severus Snape?
I feel like that's not really a spell, but
I will accept maybe more than one answer on this, depending on how you
Yeah,
are, how someone
I
takes
was
it in
interpreting
answers.
that different, but I'm going to write the correct answer on what it says on the thing now. I was writing a different answer, and I'm like, no,
4,
that's not.
3, 2, and a 1. All right, Quill's down. Where do we think this occurs? Brian goes with boathouse or dock. Andy chooses reflecting pool.
Oh,
Mike goes for the
fuck.
pensieve. And
I see what I
chat
did.
goes
Okay.
with the Shrieking Shack, Dumbledore's office, the
No.
pensieve. Pensieve, I can't spell it. So
Pensieve is correct.
their answer is the pensieve because that's the magic aspect. But the way the question is worded, I was going to give credit to Dumbledore's office as the location as well. Chat gave
Yeah,
both of those,
yeah,
but
that's-
one point for
I
chat,
started
1 point for Mike.
writing Shrieking Shack, and then I was like, no, that's where he gets it.
No, he gets it in the
That's where he-
boathouse. That's why Brian went with the boathouse.
Yeah, that's why I realized I screwed up.
Isn't the boathouse of the Shrieking Shack, though?
No. Shrieking Shack is.
I thought that was part of the Shrieking, like it was a path from the Shrieking Shack to the boathouse.
Shrieking Shack's not on the castle grounds. Shrieking Shack is out by.
They weren't on the castle grounds in the boathouse.
Yeah, they are. They're down. That's where the docks come in with the first years. That's the boathouse at the bottom of the hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay, moving on. We've got spells.
Still got the point. I'll take it.
To identify it, or maybe potions, or it might be other magic. Who knows? In Snape's childhood memory, what does Lily conjure in her hand to show her sister? In Snape's childhood memory, what does Lily conjure in her hand to show her sister? If you think you know, you don't have to be overly specific. You can be very general.
Oh, hold on. Give me a moment. Pen issue.
Hurry.
I got it.
You should have brought enough ink for your quill.
No.
the
When
test.
I pulled the cap off, it like pulled the eraser off at the same time, and I don't know what happened. But I'm good.
Sorry,
I'm
you
good.
buy
It's
shitty
fine.
quills.
Wow.
Okay, what do we think? What do we think happens here? Mike goes with flower, Brian flower, Andy butterfly, chat says daisy or flower. The answer is flower. So sorry, Andy, on that one, but everybody else points.
Yeah, that was like I pulled it off, and like the top part just completely separated. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
Yep. Make sure it's in good working order, because we're moving on.
It's brand new.
Question number 3. What potion do the students have to brew to win a vial of Felix Felicis? What potion do students have to brew to win a potion of Felix Felicis? This is the first potions class scene in The Half-Blood Prince with Slughorn. They go in,
Picture it,
he goes
but I have
over
no
the whole
idea what
thing.
they're doing.
Down to 3, 2, 1. Okay, what do we think it took? What do we think the answers are? Andy, give me Mandrake. Mike says Draught of Living Death.
Nothing. I
Brian
got
goes
nothing.
with
metal.
the whiteout spell.
Yep.
And we've got Liquid Death, Death Juice. I'll think of it. I can't give it to either of those, chat. I'm sorry, because it is quite specific, and Mike did get it completely correct. The Draft of Living Death. Although I do like the idea of like Liquid Death, just calling it that, because Felix Felicis is known as Liquid Luck.
I am pretty sure there is many alcohol that have been called Liquid Death through the time, and it just passes the brand to somebody else.
Probably. Okay, last question in our spells category, and then we're moving on to our final category of the night. But we got one more in spells. In his childhood memory, what does Snape make fly like the birds? In his childhood memory, what does Snape make fly like the birds? And go.
I'm not going to try and pull a chat and do an or, because I can't remember.
I'm just marveling at this sequence of events. In chat, Leslie says, they got the liquid luck for making Liquid Death, and then just replies to herself, R. Kelly.
Drip, drip, drip.
Okay.
All I can think
Time
of is
is up.
the Dave Chappelle
What do we
skit.
think Snape is making fly in his memories? Andy says a snake. Brian says a piece of paper. Mike says leaves. Chat went with those seed pod things from the tree. I'm gonna give it to Amy for chat. The answer is leaves, and I think that's pretty much what she's describing there. So, yes, one for Mike and one for chat. All right, students, we've come to our final subject in our owls tonight. We are going to finish up with Hogwarts, other locations, and transportation. 4 questions will decide your fate and futures. First question. Where does Harry decide to begin his search for the diadem? Let me repeat it. Where does Harry decide to begin his search for the diadem?
Where he wants
The hint
to go?
the hint is that they are already at the castle. They have arrived at Hogwarts. So where...
Hogwarts is not the correct answer, is what you're saying.
Yes, so where at Hogwarts does he decide he's first going to go try to look?
Harry Potter, you listen to me. Sorry.
Don't you remember what Cho said? And 2, 1, and done. Where do we think?
I don't think I'm right.
Where do we think he started hunting? Mike goes with Ravenclaw common room. Andy, room of requirement.
I got nothing.
Ryan is not quite sure. Chat goes with Ravenclaw common room or the dungeon. It is indeed the Ravenclaw common room, because he knows by that
Right,
point
got
it's
it right.
associated with Rowena Ravenclaw, and then Luna ends up guiding him to where the ghost of Rowena typically hangs out in the castle. So,
I thought it was Helena.
yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Helena the daughter, that is correct. Common room named after her mother. Good call. Thank you for the
So was
correction.
that Mike and chat got it?
Mike and chat, yes.
Whoop.
Damn it, chat missed some.
Have less people with less opportunities. Okay, 3 questions left, folks. In which classroom could you find a portrait of a professor painting another portrait of himself during Harry's second year at Hogwarts? In which classroom could you find a portrait of a professor painting another portrait of himself during Harry's second year at Hogwarts? Which classroom?
This is the name of the class, right?
The class, the subject, or the classroom, yes.
Okay.
And 4, 3, 2, 1. Where is this nonsense happening? Show me.
Sorry,
Andy
hold on.
thinks it's divination. Brian goes with defense against the dark arts. Mike, defense against the dark arts. And yep, chat knows where it is. Defense against the dark arts, because it is
Good old Gilderoy.
Gilderoy Lockhart looking at a floor to very high ceiling painting of himself, painting a painting of himself.
Good old Kenneth Branagh
Yes.
pulling it off, man.
All right, here we
Andy,
go.
I don't want to alarm you, but I've just passed you on the scoreboard.
Oh, shit.
18
Wait.
for Andy, 18.25 for me, 33 for Mike, 36 for chat.
And there's, what, 2 questions left?
got 2 left. Going into the home stretch. Here we
Andy,
go.
Come on, bro.
All right, 2 more. Where does Professor McGonagall have Filch take the Slytherin students before Lord Voldemort's attack on Hogwarts? Where does Professor McGonagall have Filch take the Slytherin students before Lord Voldemort's attack on Hogwarts? And we are down.
I feel kind of weird about this answer.
Well, we're gonna have to.
correct.
We're gonna all have to get weird with it. Where do we think this? Where do we think they were directed? Brian says dungeons. Andy goes with Diagon Alley, and Mike goes with dungeon or the brig.
Yeah, I mean, like,
if it was a boat, perhaps.
Yeah, I know. Like, I was trying to think of a correct term for it, but it's like the dungeon, but the dungeon is also their common room, isn't it? Like, it's
in their common room is in the dungeons portion of the castle, but
yeah, that's why I was
to the
weird
dungeons.
about it.
Yes, and chat got that as well. So dungeons for chat, Mike, and Brian. The dungeons would do.
Yeah, like, I feel like she was trying to, like, imprison them, but, like, they're already in the dungeon for their normal space. Like, that's their standard.
Yeah, it's like sending a kid to his room with his Xbox.
Yeah, that's what my parents say all the time. And I was like,
All right,
fuck,
last
I got a
question
Super NES in here.
of the night. Last question of everything. This will determine whether you pass your owls or not. Where does Hermione throw a rock at her past self? Where does Hermione throw a rock at her past self? I'm telling you, they're looking for setting here, not a physical part of herself. They're looking for the setting. Where does Hermione throw a rock at her past self? 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, gentlemen. For all the marbles, what do we think? Hagrid's hut, long live Buckbeak. Hagrid's hut, Hagrid's hut or garden. Absolutely. And chat goes with Hagrid's hut by the Giant Pumpkins. Even more. The Hayride hut, I'm going to say might have been an autocorrect from something, but everybody got it right on this last question.
Who said Hayride Hut? Hold on.
Jason.
Yeah, no, Jay, you're wrong. That's not the Hayride. It's not the Hayride Hut, Jay. Damn.
So I'm happy we finished with an everybody question. That's awesome. Everyone got that.
No, it's not. Chat needed to miss that and like 3 others.
So where are we closing out? Brian, you got those,
so
those ready?
final tally. Andy with 19, I got 20.25. Mike had 35. Chat wins with 38.
All right.
Me versus 8 people, I lost. All right, I'll take it.
Congratulations to the winners, the entity of chat.
The collective chat
The
has won this one.
singular entity of chat.
Boo, chat.
If we were really good, I would have like figured out how to queue up the Great Hall celebration scene at the end of Sorcerer's Stone, where all the
That's
hats
too much
go
production
flying
value
and
for us.
So everybody use
everyone's
your
like
wand to shoot
handshaking and
sparks.
like glad handing and all that shit. That is it, everybody. Thank you for coming along for the ride.
Yay.
I hope it was okay. I hope you had fun. Hope it was entertaining. We tried.
Yeah,
So
well done.
bad.
I think the trivia nights seem to work for the most part pretty smooth. Hopefully they're fun enough to watch. And if you're not watching and you're just listening to this, hopefully it's still fun.
Chat, did you have a good time? That's what's important. We had a good time.
Did you have a
guys
good
have
time tonight? 500 points
That's
to
what's
chat
important.
because we win the House Cup.
Yeah, that's true.
So
can
you
be-
get more
you
points
can be
because you
Dumbledore
won.
and award me the win here because I'm only one person versus 8. Technically, you divide theirs by 8. They were in last place.
I mean, you can split it however you want to, whatever makes you sleep better at night. But scoreboard says chat wins.
Yeah, but I'm still the 2-time champ among us.
Fair.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks for playing along, everyone. Seriously, for everyone that hung in for like the last almost 2 hours. Yeah, appreciate it. And someone's father will hear about this. You're right.
All right, well, I'm going to do the normal rigmarole and close us down here because that's it for this one. If you've enjoyed the show, please support us. Leave a 5-star rating and review. Be sure to give us a share on social media. You can follow or subscribe to the show to keep up with us. We're on Spotify, iTunes, Google, Anchor, Stitcher, Amazon, anywhere you're finding podcasts, you can find us. Hit us up on Facebook, search Bry Guy and the Super Friends. Go to facebook.com/Bry Guy Super Friends. You can send us questions, comments, topic suggestions. Comment on the episode once it's up. Let us know what you think, what you like, what you want to hear next. Try to send us an email at bryguysuperfriends@gmail.com. It's legit. It works. I never check it. Hit us up on Twitter at BGSuperFriends. That I will check. That I will see. If you're here already, you're watching us on Twitch, feel free to give me a follow. Every time we do this, we will do it live on this channel. If you want to see me randomly play some games, I do that here. For anyone listening, it is at Jedi Bry Guy. That's Jedi with an I, Bry with a Y. And you can follow me there. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in on behalf of Andy.
I got one more. I got one more.
Okay.
I might have figured it out. Okay, I don't know if I know how to share a link yet or not, but I think if you search for Quicksilver 84 for YouTube channels, I think you might find me. I'll start
Josh
with that.
actually has something to plug now. You can plug this every episode if you want to.
I don't know how to find like a shareable link just for my overall the whole thing yet or not. I'm really behind the times here, as you can tell.
And if you search Darthpool with 2 A's, I'm not Darth Pooey anymore. I am Darthpool with 2 A's.
You will always be
You
Darth
can
Pooey to me.
Fuck you. I can be found on Twitch as well, where I might stream again someday. Who knows?
It's always out there.
I'm
no
considering
release date
it.
for that.
You know what? I'm trying to like plan a comeback. You know,
Okay.
like, where it's like
But don't go.
it's like that WWE Hulk Hogan hasn't been there in 15 years kind of comeback, where all of a sudden it's like, oh man, I'm trying. It's not going to get that kind of response.
And
But-
you will be pleasantly
so I'm going
surprised.
for it.
I have more than just my cocktail videos out there. I also have all of the videos that I could save and salvage and convert from my band's performances in high school.
That's beaming Scotty.
That is.
folks.
Back.
We still have I shit you not, we still have a couple of CDs available that especially our guitarist Jordan made sure to hang on to. We used to sell them for like $2 a piece, and he always said someday there's going to be a reunion demand. So that's all out there.
Start the resurgence.
Yep.
Andy, I mean, you got anything to plug? These guys are plugging stuff. Anything for you?
Nothing.
Nothing. Okay. On behalf of Andy, Josh, Mike, and myself, thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next time.